What's up, everybody? Once again, it's your boy Nate with Underdog Spraying. Just checking in today. Got a new video for you guys regarding a property we've been doing here for some time. I think, well, not necessarily a long time. We just got started on this about a couple months ago, and I want to let's see here. Let's go and cue the video. And I titled this treatment memory because we sprayed it uh I think two times so far. First time my son went out and sprayed it, and I came out the next time and sprayed it. And the property actually took pretty good because come to find it had been treated before. So one thing I know about lawns, if they've been treated, we'll say probably within 3 to 5 years, and it goes without treatment. In between that time, you will have like different types of weeds start to get on the lawn and take it over and stuff. But at the same time, once you get back on the treatment, it should clean up pretty quick. So I noticed that about this property right here. As you can look at it and tell, there's hardly any weeds on the property. And like I said, this is our second time spraying. I call this treatment memory because just like with muscle memory, you work out, get a certain size, and if you stop for a while, you lose your size and all those gains or whatever. But as soon as you get back on it, it doesn't take too long for you to get back up to speed as far as the strength and size is concerned. So likewise with this lawn right here, it just seems as if the previous treatments on this particular property did some good, and it cleaned up real quick. I think this might be I think I did it two times. My son might have did it one time, but I do know that I saw it one time. I have video of it, and I went back, and it looked a whole lot cleaner. So that's why I call it, like I say, treatment memory. We've been having a lot of lawns this season that's coming a whole lot more clean, a whole lot more green. The products that we're using this year, we're definitely satisfied with the chemicals that we've been using. So this allows us to kind of put together a program. And that's what we'll do. We'll put together a program this year, and going into our third year of spraying, we'll have more of an idea of what we would like to keep in our tanks. For example, a foundation. And then the things that we don't need, we'll just get rid of those. But definitely this year has been a whole lot better. As you can see, like I say, we have a lot of lawns just like this that's pretty clean. If I could do anything different this year than last year, I probably go a little bit more heavy on the fertilizer. To get a better green up. But one thing I can say is that our green up this year is a lot later in the season. Last year, what I was dealing with wasn't really dealing with a green up late in the season. And that could be, you see some Dallas grass right there, Kalinga. That can be because of the rain that we're getting in Georgia, getting a whole lot of rain, so it's making the yards clean up a whole lot better. For me, it's next year be year number 4. So me and my son together, once we get to year number 5, then that's when we're going to start looking at different avenues of bringing in guys to actually work with us and for us. But other than that, in between that time, we learning as much as possible, getting very familiar with the field. Like I said before, I love it. One of the best choices I made. And you really just you really, in a sense, learning the science of transforming lawns. A lawn that's completely terrible, like I saw some wood sorrel right there. Lawn that's completely terrible, changing it around to something that is um, satisfying. In other words, because you're not gonna get all the weeds all the time, but the point is you want to get the majority of the weeds. So I tell, uh, mainly all our customers, and this might be a little better. I tell all our customers we're not, it's not weed eradication, it's weed control. So what we're doing is we're controlling the weeds as best we can. But yeah, this video here is probably about to wrap up. Let me check it out and see. But we're controlling as many weeds as possible. If you just, you know what you're doing. You know, get a good grip on the education behind spraying the lawns and stuff like that, because it's definitely not like cutting grass at all. My son was on the phone with a customer the other day and stayed on the phone about 20 minutes just answering questions. And I was listening to him, because I was driving from one property to the next, and he was in the truck with me. And I was listening to him, and just thinking about how if we didn't have the education behind weed control and the mentors that we have and stuff like that, if we didn't listen, we would definitely get in this field and get out just as fast as we got in. So you have to study your craft, stay consistent with it, and don't get bogged down with all the different complaints and stuff. Usually the first year, second year, you're gonna run into that. But once you start to see those lawns shape up, it does a whole lot for your confidence. And like I said, y'all like this right here, right out the gate, what we put down on it is already shaping up. Not sure when it was last treated, but at the same time, once we put our treatment on it, it shaped up immediately. And we have a lot of lawns that do that start to shape up immediately. Second time going out, it looks a whole lot different than it was when we first came out. So that's an indicator that it probably was treated before, or the chemicals that you have, or just, treatment you put down is real good. But that's all I wanted to do. I wanted to come in and check in and kind of let you all know what's going on with us. And, once again, we'll be back with another video, probably tomorrow or probably Monday, the 11th, August the 11th, 2025. But other than that, you guys have a good evening, and talk with you soon.